over 20 years, and I am not the trainer that grew up flat stomach, small waist, in shape with a six pack. I had to work for it. Listen, here's something that is probably going to blow your top, but you don't have to count calories to see successful fat loss. And you may be saying, what, Akil, what are you talking about? Listen, here's the thing. Yes, if you struggle with portion control, then yeah, you want to keep an eye on your calories and, pay attention to the caloric deficit and all that stuff. However, if that's not your struggle, let me tell you a secret. If you're eating veggies, fruit, lean sources of protein, and drinking your water, you'll be fine. Okay? The key is because your body will be so properly fed. Let me actually make an amendment before I go any further. You want to know, because what happens a lot of times is people will just jump to an arbitrary number and begin eating less calories, and so the FDA recommends 1,200 as the minimum. And so people see that information and then just go straight to 1,200 calories. That's not what you want to do. What I recommend is that you Google the term RMR calculator. RMR stands for your resting metabolic rate. And so when you plug in those numbers, that will tell you how many calories your body burns at rest. And so once you know that, then you can simply subtract out 100 or 200 calories. And then if you want to hit, a 500 caloric deficit per day, you exercise and burn the remaining 200 or 300 calories through exercise. Okay. And that's how you do that. But my point, so once you know how many calories your body needs, you don't have to become this super calorie counter, particularly if your relationship with food isn't great. We don't want to have you stressed out, and you don't want to, have food associated with anxiety. And so my original point was and is, when you're eating leafy green vegetables or a wide variety of vegetables, you're eating a wide variety of fruit, you're eating quality sources of lean protein like chicken, turkey, fish, beans, and other vegetarian-based protein sources, and drinking your water, you're going to see the results you're looking for. The rest of the story is your body will be so properly fed that, you're not like you're going to be very unlikely to overeat. Because here's people say, well, you can overeat the good foods and still, blow your deficit. And I hear that, but the reality is people are not getting fat from eating too much celery, tomatoes, cucumbers, oranges, apples, grapes, bananas, salmon, chicken breast, and ground turkey. Like, that's not what's going on. People are generally, getting fat from eating a lot of starch and consuming too much processed sugar. That is the culprit of weight gain. Okay. And so, like, my point was, though, if you're focusing on those whole foods and you're drinking ample amount of water, there's so many positive benefits that are going on in your system, because you're putting in those good, that good energy, that good fuel that the body is going to feel sustained and nourished. And you're not going to find yourself being very snacky. You're not going to actually find yourself having the sugar cravings, because you're eating in a way that matches what your body wants. You're eating in a way that supports your overall goals, and you're eating in a way that your body can use that fuel effectively and efficiently. What happens in a lot of cases when we eat the processed sugar, for instance, because we're introducing those bad gut, we're introducing those empty calories, which is feeding the bad gut bacteria, is making that bad gut bacteria want more of those processed empty calories. And so that's why when you start to eat some of those things, you find yourself wanting more, because those bad gut bugs are activating and causing you to want more of the bad stuff. So when we're not, when we're not eating those things, now the body can respond effectively. The body, you won't have the sugar cravings. You won't have the binging. And because you're being well fed, you won't feel like you're starving yourself or depriving yourself, because you're getting quality food in. And then, like I said, once you know how many calories your body burns at rest, you can do a little math, and then you can find out where you need to be on a daily basis. And then you get in a rhythm. I'm not saying that you should not count calories by any means. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you don't have to do it in order to be successful. If you want to employ the practice of counting calories, then hell, go ahead. If it works for you, I'm not here to legislate you and tell you, don't do that. What I'm saying is if you don't want to do that, there is a way that you can conduct your nutrition and still see effective results. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying calorie counting doesn't have a place. I'm saying it's not mandatory for success and it's not mandatory for results. All right. Excuse me. Don't know what's going on in my throat today, but thank you for watching. So please hit the like button if you did like the video. If you didn't, I'm curious to know why, so please comment below. I love to hear any and all opinions about that. And go ahead and feel free to subscribe as well. But thank you for watching. And I appreciate you taking the time here today. And I'll see you next time. Later.